Hey guys, welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. In the last episode, we built a gaming PC with an i3 Intel processor in it. If you missed that episode and you want to go check it out, I will put a link up in the upper right hand corner so you can do so. I don't know how many of you stay current on PC tech news, but recently EVGA decided that they're no longer going to build graphics cards. They're going to continue making power supplies and the other peripherals that they make, but no more graphics cards from EVGA. I'm a little bummed out. The last two graphics cards I bought were both EVGA, and they've been some of the best graphics cards I've ever owned. Anyway, that being said, maybe as a tribute in this video, we'll try to build something with as much EVGA in it as we possibly can. So, let's hop into the email. Let's see what we have to work on today. Looks like I only see one fix. So let's do this one. It says, my friend says you work with computers. Could you make some repairs? It's not immediately obvious what's gone wrong. You'll have to do some digging. It keeps crashing, and if I touch the case while it's turned on, I get a little electric shock. Oh no. That sounds bad. It's got to be the PSU, right? I heard you guys put used parts in PCs. Please don't do that. Can you make this your #1 priority, please, Steven? So Steven's got a budget of $140 to diagnose and fix. Let's take a look at their PSU. Let's see. Cooler Master Watt 750 white. They got an 8086K, a 6900 XT. I mean, that 750 watts should be okay for what they've got in this. I mean, isn't the 6900 XT only like a 350 watt card? And I think this is a 95 watt CPU, so that's nowhere near 750 watts. Now, let's see, with a budget of 140, let's hop into the shop here real quick. Let's take a look at Cooler Master. Actually, I should have clicked power supplies first. So, Cooler Master, let's sort this by descending, because we're definitely not going to put $1,000 power supply in there. We do have $140 though. We upgrade them to something a little bit better. It's an 850. The Cooler Master V750 Gold version 2 is only $140. And the one that they have, the white, where even is that? Did it say they had the version 2? They do. Okay. So this one, $95. I don't know. I mean, it's a white. So it's rated. It's just not as efficient as a gold would be. But with their budget, we may as well get them something a little bit better. So let's go for the Cooler Master V750 Gold version 2. Hopefully they won't be upset. I'm going to add that to the cart. So that's all done. Let's accept that. And then we need a build. What we got down here? $3,000. Photoshop. What was it? $6,750. Oh my. 2 graphics cards. Intel. I think we might be able to make this work. Let's do this one. Says, hello, got a request for a new PC. Performance does 16,042 sound like a fair benchmark target. Got to get it done in 7 days. I want to go all out with 2 graphics cards. Yeah. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I'd like new ones, please. Have you heard of Intel? They're meant to be pretty good. Paul. So yeah, huge budget, $6,750 for a 3D Mark score of 16,042 with dual graphics cards. I know we can make that happen. Let's go ahead and accept that. Like I said, I want to put a bunch of EVGA in this. They're not asking for anything specific other than Intel. EVGA makes multiple Intel motherboards, so we should easily be able to get all the EVGA stuff that I want to put in there. So I'm going to step away. I'm going to get parts put in the shopping cart for this build, and as soon as I've got it all together, I'll come back and show you. All right, so up here at the top, we've got the power supply for the repair. For the build, we've got an EVGA Z490 dark motherboard. We've got an Intel i9-11900K, an EVGA CLC 360 AIO, 2 sticks of G-Skill Trident Z Royal Elite in silver, that's 16 gigs, 4,000 megahertz. We've got 2 EVGA RTX 3090 for the Win 3 Ultra gaming graphics cards. We've got a Patriot Viper, a 2 terabyte M.2 drive, 1600 watt EVGA Supernova power supply. We're going to put all that in the Fractal Design Define R6 in gunmetal with a tempered glass side. All right, so next day delivery. I'm gonna buy that all now. Make sure we've got everything coming in. We've got the fix in transit. We've got the build. All right. Let's go in the day. And we can get everything in. And we can get to work. Go to work. All right, here's our stuff. Oh, we did get something from PC Bay. Got a colorful iGame RTX 2060 Ultra. Very nice. All right, as usual, let's grab the sticky note. We're going to put that on this workbench as we walk by. Oh, we might have gotten something else from PC Bay here, too. There's our case for our build. There is our fix. And what do we have here? Definitely something from PC Bay. Let me go put that in the storage closet there. We'll deal with that another time. Let me grab the case for our build. Put that there, and then I want to grab, of course, the fix. We're going to see what's going on with this sucker first. Let me get the side panel taken off. Curious if it even starts. Let's see. Do we get any power? No juice. No juice. Let's see. That is not the power supply I thought it was. But I think we'll still be all right. Because what I bought was an upgrade for what they have here. So let's get this out of here. Looks like they have one purple cable. Maybe we'll do purple cables for the whole thing. I know they didn't ask for that, but they might appreciate it. You never know. So let's see here. Let's get this out of the way. We'll get the, I don't know. I'm not even gonna say anything. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go to power supplies. Do fits this PC. We're going to scroll down here, and theirs is definitely broken. And it's non-modular. I thought they had the modular one, so yeah. $3. Let's hold on to it just for a minute in case this one doesn't make them happy when we put it in. I'm sure it will, but I just want to make sure, because if it doesn't, we'll go buy one of these crappier ones and put in there just to make the game happy. So let's grab this one. Go ahead and get it installed. I don't know what the deal is with putting these screws into nothing and then coming back with the PSU mount. I mean, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. Usually you put the PSU mount on outside the PC, then you slide the whole thing in, and then yeah. Okay, so anyway, this purple cable, let's see if we can do some purple for them. Ooh, is this what they have? This looks a little bit darker, but I think it'll be okay. Maybe they won't notice, or maybe we'll just unplug that other one and make all of them match. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Let's get rid of this. And then let's cable it with this. Yeah, because that is a little bit lighter than the other one was. So I think we're good, though. I think we're good. Let's see if this sucker powers on. I do want to hop in the BIOS because I am curious if they need XMP turned on. They did. They did. They might get a little extra performance out of that. So, let's see. They don't have a rear fan. They have any fans in the front? Is the only fan they have on their cooler? Yep. Now that's something. That's something there. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Let's put the front of this back on. They didn't ask us to put fans in it, so I'm not doing that. Everything else seems to be working. I don't think they need a virus scan run. I mean, I guess we could. They didn't say anything about it was running slow, did they? Where are we here? Fix for PC. Keeps crashing. Let's, you know, just for fun, let's run a virus scan. I mean, the crashing could just be from the bad power supply, but I want to make sure that they, oh my gosh, it's so slow. I want to make sure that they don't have a whole bunch of viruses on here, and then they get it back and they're like, it's still running really awful, and it's still crashing, and then they give us a 1 star. So we're going to do a quick virus scan just to make sure that there's nothing. Yeah, nothing. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather run it and not have needed to than to not have run it and needed to. So let me get this case put back together. This thing's done out in the delivery area with you. Okay, let's build this EVGA Tribute PC. I'm a little sad that they're not going to be selling graphics cards anymore. But to be quite honest, I'm probably not going to buy a 40 series graphics card. So far on paper, doesn't seem to be that much of a difference between my 3080 Ti and like a 4080. I don't know, they've got two different 4080s. It's not making a whole lot of sense. One of them seems more like it should be a 4070, and the other one, the regular 4080, and I don't really care about a 4090. Let's move these fans maybe to the top of the case, just for fun. Let's see, where are we? Case fans. We'll zip down here to the bottom. These mounted up here. I mean, they came in the case. We may as well give them back to the customer. Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, this needs to go. And I think that's it for right now. How about this? Is that going to be in our way? Probably not. It probably wouldn't have been in the way, but it's fine. It may make us put it back in there anyway. Let's get our motherboard. We've got the EVGA Z490 Dark. This is that strange motherboard that EVGA made. I think it's mostly for overclocking because it's only got 2 RAM slots. And they're up here at the top, and the CPU's turned sideways. So this would be more for extreme overclocking, I would think. Try to get the RAM out of the way. And potentially keep it from getting too cold when they're cooling CPUs and stuff with nitrogen. So it seems to be a little bit further away than if it were mounted in the normal spot RAM is, but I don't know. I'm not a big extreme overclocker. I've watched some people do it, but it's not really my thing. I'd rather just build a normal PC. Let's see. We need a processor. We've got the i9 11900K going in. We'll get that mounted. Let's get our RAM in there as well. We've got 2 sticks of G-Skill Trident Z Royal Elite in silver, 16 gig, 4000 megahertz. There's our 1 stick up there, and the other one, I didn't even let that thing finish closing, did I? Let's get our other stick mounted here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, then let's grab some storage. We've got this Patriot Viper VP4300, 2 terabyte in size. It's an M.2 drive with an aluminum heat shield. Look at that transfer speed. 7,100 megabytes per second. That sucker's fast. So we'll get that mounted there, and then we could use some thermal paste on the CPU. I'm going to go ahead and mount our cooler. We've got an EVGA CLC 360, and it's going to go here into the front. Maybe if we go this way. There we go. I want it up front. Perfect. Perfect. And it's not really blocking our RAM, which is nice. We should be able to see our RAM light up. Very cool. All right, let's grab at the power supply. We've got, not this one. Let's sell that off. I don't want it in here anymore. We've got the EVGA Supernova 1600 watt G2. It's a gold rated power supply. Should be just fine for what we're doing. Probably way more power than we even need. What am I looking for? The PC parts. I want to get the PSU mount back on here. There we go. There we go. This build's going pretty fast. We still need to run a 3D Mark test, though, because we've got to get 16,042, which I'm really not concerned about getting with an 11900K and two 3090s. I don't think we're even going to need to overclock. Speaking of 3090s, let's grab those. We've got two of them. The EVGA RTX 3090 for the win, Ultra Gaming. Hello, do you want to mount the way I want you to mount, please? There we go. Perfect. So there's one. And here's the other one. And I think it's going to give us the little dinky SLI bridge that nobody uses anymore. You've got to use the high bandwidth one. Look at this. Looks like a Band-Aid. It's terrible. Terrible. It's not even connecting. Like, there's still pins. There's still pins it's not connected to, including a whole second section over here. So, I mean, luckily this is a game, and it's going to recognize that there's two 3090s in here and give us whatever score it wants to give, but that looks terrible. That's just awful. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So, let's cable this. Let's cable this. I think I'm going to do some cyan. Let's do these ribbon plastic plain cyan. I think those will look nice. Get everything cabled here. Man, you can barely even see these cables. How is it? What? Look at what it's doing here. What? What is that all about? It's turned 3 8-pins into a single little cable that's running back there. And then there's some arbitrary mounting point just out. Okay, at least it's not going to interfere with the case. Why does that look like that? I don't care for that, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I want to put some of the case back together. Before we even get started, I want to get the dust filter on the top and the front. And let's get the top panel on and the front panel. I don't think we need to put any of those drive bays back in. I think that'll be fine. Let me grab a USB drive. And I want to power this on. Hop into the BIOS. And I'm sure we're going to have to turn on XMP at the very least. We're running at 5300 megahertz. Very nice. Very nice. So 4000 megahertz XMP turned on. We've got the one drive. We don't have to worry about where it's going to install the operating system. Let this thing boot up and install the OS, and that was crazy fast. Let's get the lighting app on. I'm sure we're going to need to change lights. I would like them to match this EVGA up here that is pretty much cyan, which is why I did the cyan cables, because I knew this lit up cyan. So let's hop in here, select that. We'll do select all and apply. I'm just going to close that out because I like the way that looks. If we just had the high bandwidth bridge right here, we'd be looking pretty straight. Yeah, I do like that RAM. That looks cool. Looks really cool. Oh, I forgot to put, dang it all. I forgot to put 3D Mark on here. I don't think we're going to need to overclock anything to get that 3D Mark score. But while it's restarting, I'm going to go ahead and put the side panels on. There we go. All right, so I'm going to get 3D Mark running. As soon as I have a score, if this thing crashes or whatever happens, I'll come right back and show you. Hot dang, there you go. 26,658. 26,658. No overclocking. CPU did 45.19 FPS. Got a 13,465. And then, wow, 32,232 on the graphics with 211 on test 1 and 183 on test 2. That's pretty impressive. So, yeah, 26,658. We definitely beat that score of what they were looking for. What was it? 16,042. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it was fast. Let's look at this thing without any UI in the way. I think it turned out really nice. I like the cyan. Couple of 3090s in there. Unfortunately, no games really leverage SLI anymore, so it really is kind of worthless, but it sure looks good. It sure looks good to have two big old massive graphics cards stacked in there like that. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it turned out great. All right, let's go put this thing in the delivery area and we can collect some money. We've already got the fix here, so, and it says priority 1, please. But we should probably collect it first anyway. Let's collect that 5 stars. My PC died for no reason, but they fixed it and they did a great job. Glad you like it. Glad you like it. Okay. What was the one we built? This one here. To get a score of 16042 with a massive budget. That massive $6,750 budget. I think that might be the biggest budget I've had in this game so far. I think so. Let's collect it. 5 stars. I love the specs of the new PC. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's clear out these red dots. Got some more emails. Got some fixes, which is good because I have plenty of builds but no fixes. So that works out well. What do we got here in our daily deals? Got some RAM, Ryzen 3 3300X. Oh, that PC seems expensive. With a 5600X and a 2060 in it, huh? And that's a case, like a mediocre case. I don't know. I don't know. We can take a quick look. Take a look. I may already have a stick of this, so sure. I don't want the Ryzen 3. I don't want this. I don't even like that case. I don't want any part of that. And the 175R for $33. That thing holds an eATX? Man, I only thought it held a standard ATX motherboard. Huh, well, for 33 bucks, sure, why not? Sure, why not? I'm not getting the other two things, though. I'm good. All right, if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as a video goes live. Also, if you want to help support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. You can also become a channel member or give us super thanks. Finally, if you want to chat with me outside of YouTube, I have a link to my Discord server down in the description. Feel free to join. I'm quite active on there, so hit me up. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there, guys. And I will see you in the next episode.